True or false? Did Elon Musk try to exchange a horse for intimate favors? Did he fire a programmer because of Joe Biden? Let's put your Elon knowledge to the test. True or false? Did he really offer a horse for sex? True. In 2016, a flight attendant who worked on Elon's personal jet filed a sexual misconduct complaint against him. Why? Because she was told to learn massage techniques, apparently, as part of satisfying Elon. One day, he requested a massage, but midway through, he whipped out his excited little Tesla, grabbed her leg, and in the most medieval way I've ever heard, offered her a horse in exchange for sexual favors. After refusing, she was subtly punished as her work opportunities started disappearing. Eventually, she took it to HR, who made her sign an NDA and paid her $250,000 in hush money. Years later, in 2022, the story finally became public when Business Insider exposed multiple harassment complaints at Tesla and SpaceX. True or false? Elon Musk fired a Twitter engineer because of Joe Biden? True. It all started when an upset Elon called an emergency meeting with Twitter engineers because Joe Biden's Super Bowl tweet got more engagement than his. During this high-priority crisis, Elon fired one of Twitter's principal engineers, all because he suggested that the algorithm wasn't the problem, just that Musk wasn't as popular as Joe Biden. He had it coming. Elon then threatened 80 more employees with the same fate if the problem wasn't fixed by the end of the weekend. So naturally, the engineers had to manually tweak the algorithm to artificially boost all of Elon's tweets. True or false? Did Elon Musk really call a rescue diver a pedo? True. In 2018, in Thailand, a group of kids and their coach got trapped in a flooded cave while exploring. Elon Musk, in his real-life Iron Man delusion, decided to step in, proposing a mini-submarine to rescue them. Because, of course, a rigid metal can is perfect to navigate extremely tight caves. Genius. When Vernon Unsworth, the diver leading the rescue mission, was asked about Elon's stupid idea, he responded with this.
And stick his submarine where it hurts. Just had absolutely no chance of working.
Obviously, Elon didn't take the criticism well, so in classic Musk fashion, he went on a Twitter rant and called Vernon pedo guy. But he didn't stop there. Musk also called him a child rapist and accused him of marrying a 12-year-old girl. Allegations that, of course, were completely false. With no other option, Vernon sued him. But life is unfair and money too powerful, so Musk and his lawyers won the case. Their incredible winning arguments were that pedo guy was just a common South African term for old man, and that the 12-year-old marriage story conveniently came from a bad private investigator that no one knew. True or false? Elon once humiliated himself in front of Twitter programmers. True. Right after he bought Twitter, Elon had a meeting with the remaining programmers to discuss the future of the platform. Elon tried to throw around some programming buzzwords he clearly didn't understand, but when asked to explain exactly what he meant, he was exposed as a clueless fraud.
I mean, I just mean like literally like there's like you could either try to amend the crazy stack that exists or rewrite it.
But when you say crazy stack, what do you mean? Like, break it down.
Have you seen George's like diagram?
No. I mean, like, what do you mean by crazy? No, seriously. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Who are you?
Of course, he fired more than one of those Twitter programmers because nothing proves a point better than firing those who question you. True or false? Elon Musk invented a device that works like the time turner from Harry Potter. True, because there's no other explanation for how he runs multiple multi-million-dollar companies, posts an average of 67 tweets per day, and still ranks on the leaderboards of games like Diablo and Path of Exile, games where he'd have to play over 12 hours a day, just like every other high-ranked player. That's why a time turner is the only logical explanation.
He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this.
Elon may fool people into thinking he's a genius, but if there's a community that's always gonna get you, it's the gaming community. Did Elon Musk truly perform a Nazi salute? 9. I mean, I don't know. Unfortunately, all the evidence suggests he did, and not just once, but twice. When confronted, Elon claimed he was just sending his heart out to people, but there's plenty of evidence showing that he knows how to do that. His other fascist-aligned behaviors don't help his case either, like when he gave a speech for Germany's far-right party, AfD, a party with confirmed neo-Nazi members, and a history of Holocaust denial.
I think you're really the best hope for Germany.
And let's not forget when he visited Auschwitz as a PR stunt to repair his image after endorsing an anti-Semitic tweet from someone who thought Hitler was right. After apologizing, he was asked in an interview what lesson he had learned from all of this.
You said you learned your lesson. What did you learn? I said I learned my lesson.
So, did he do the salute? The evidence points to an obvious answer. True or false? Is Elon Musk's favorite letter the letter X? True. Elon doesn't just like the letter X. He has a weird, borderline obsessive fetish for it. If we look through his life, we'll see that Elon has shoved the letter X into everything whenever he gets the chance. For starters, we can't ignore the X in SpaceX, the Model X, XAI, and of course, several of his children's names, especially the one literally named X. But this ain't new. The first company he founded was called, you guessed it, X.com. When X.com merged with PayPal, Elon insisted on keeping his precious X in the name until people assumed it was a site for gross adult content, so investors forced the switch to PayPal. But that didn't stop Elon, because in 2022, when he bought Twitter, he renamed it X.com, making it one of the worst branding decisions of all time. Who knew X.com would actually become a gross adult site? True or false? If Elon Musk could erase anything, it'd be the color yellow. True. Elon hates the color yellow so much that he allegedly ordered the removal of every caution sign from Tesla factories, racking up multiple OSHA violations. In fact, it was proven that Tesla had 3 times more OSHA violations than the 10 largest US auto plants combined. But Tesla has never cared about safety. In 2012, they started selling the Model S fully aware of its flawed battery that could leak and cause a fire. At least 80 people have been confirmed dead in accidents involving burning Teslas. True or false? Did Elon Musk really invent PayPal? False. Even though this myth is widely spread, Elon was not involved in the creation of PayPal. This is where the magical letter comes into play. Musk's connection to PayPal comes from his 1999 company, the original X.com, a very flawed attempt at an online bank. In less than a year, X.com collapsed and had to merge with its main competitor, Confinity, which just so happened to have developed a little online payment tool called PayPal. PayPal eventually became the most successful payment service of its kind, and when it was sold to eBay, Elon made over $180 million. But he had nothing to do with its creation. He was even removed as CEO because the only thing he was good at was wasting money. PayPal executives even said that if Musk would have stayed just a few more months, the company would have been doomed. True or false? Elon lost one of his children to the woke mind virus. True, or at least that's what he says.
So my son Xavier is dead. Killed by the woke mind virus.
Vivian Wilson is Elon's daughter, who changed her name after her transition to cut ties with him because he wouldn't accept her. This is even sadder considering that Elon already lost a child to health complications, and now he's losing another over ideological differences. True or false? Elon Musk bought Twitter to restore free speech. True. Well, as long as you don't contradict him. As a shining example of his hypocrisy, he banned an account that posted public data tracking his private jet. Elon didn't like that the account exposed his not-so-eco-friendly image, so naturally, he banned it for doxing, along with any reporter who shared its posts. In another bold defense of free speech, he removed Twitter's old policy that banned users for dead-naming trans people. And in the least ironic twist possible, he also introduced a new policy where you could get suspended for using the words cis or cisgender too often. Elon also claimed he bought Twitter to stop government censorship, but it actually increased under his leadership. In fact, old Twitter even had a transparency page for government censorship requests, but of course, he erased it. True or false? Elon Musk is the co-founder of Tesla. False. He plotted to fire the original founder, lied about being a co-founder himself, and then earned the title the way he always does, by cheating his way through legal battles with a ton of money. The real co-founders of Tesla are Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, who founded Tesla in 2003. A year later, they asked Elon for funding, and he agreed. Years passed, and in 2006, Tesla announced the launch of the Roadster, which was a massive success. But Elon wasn't happy not being the center of attention. When the New York Times published an article about the Roadster, Elon emailed Martin, furious that he was only mentioned as an investor. He even threatened to pull his money if he didn't get more credit the next time. And just a few months after Elon's threats, Martin suggested finding a new CEO to help Tesla grow. This is when Elon saw his chance to manipulate the board and get Martin fired without even letting him vote or take part in the decision. Elon eventually took over as CEO, and when Martin sued him for wrongful termination and for stealing the founder title, Elon did what he does best: settled out of court, paid a ridiculous amount of money, and bought himself the right to be called a Tesla co-founder. And even though Elon loves to say it was all his idea, people aren't buying his lies anymore. Elon Musk identifies as the founder of Tesla. His pronoun is douchebag. True or false? Elon Musk is a self-made billionaire who came from nothing. False. He grew up in an extremely wealthy family in Pretoria, South Africa, where they supposedly owned an emerald mine. In fact, Elon's father even claimed that they were so rich that sometimes they couldn't even close their safe because of the obscene amount of cash inside. And when Elon left the nest, of course, his dad gave him a fat check, which he used to start his first company, Zip2. Quick round, did Elon Musk promise a flying Tesla like like the DeLorean from Back to the Future? True. In 2019, he claimed that the Tesla model for 2022 would fly just like the classic movie car. Will Elon build the first Martian space station in 2028? True. Well, according to himself, maybe he'll ask for help from the crew of the first manned Mars mission, which is supposed to launch sometime in 2024. Elon Musk is a great stand-up comedian? True. Just look at the Cybertruck presentation, where he landed the greatest joke ever.
Oh my fucking god.